So I want to discuss two things I've already discussed before. I will make a video on orthopraxis and its importance. But happy heresies, which it's an oxymoron. So what do I mean by that? There, through economia and through the wisdom of the church, although it's not necessarily, well, I guess it would be economia, but the grand wisdom of the church, the views expressed on not universal salvation, but eventual universal salvation, always through Christ, people believing and knowing in Christ, eventually, as a private belief, not one preached, and also through the gradual attainment of theosis, is one. It's not to be preached, but if you come to it in a certain way and have that view, it's not, and it doesn't limit the gospel at all. It's not a deadly one. The other one is this faith alone doctrine, which is really strange because it doesn't, no preacher that ever preaches it or teaches it ever actually believes in it. It seems that only the Lutherans, the Catholics, and the Eastern Orthodox actually accept something even close to this. But again, if you are so overwhelmed with the joy of Christ and salvation that you say there's nothing I could possibly do to merit this salvation without trampling on the synergy that's talked about in the gospel, and without embracing licentiousness, then that's another one. That's, which isn't ever anything that's taught by the faith alone movement, right? So these would be considered happy heresies, right? On the face of it, they're heretical, but they've been shown out in the holy fools, right? The holy fools seem to be sinners who are even maybe heretical, but then it's revealed that no, they, as the gospel says, we look foolish to the world, and God uses the foolish to confound the wise. That's why we don't exactly fret and worry about the salvation of Protestant and the Catholic, although we do worry about their temporal selves, as well as the fact that heresies tend to get into people and rot them from the inside, and that they might abandon the faith altogether. And heresy is the first step to abandoning Christ, as well as sin. Actually, it's worse than sin. It's a form of sin. Peace to you. And a reminder, what is sin? It's not transgressing the law. It's hamartia. It's an archery term. It means to miss the mark. Which is why when we say people sin, or that's sinful, it's not meant in the harshness. It's still not helpful. It's harmful and bad, but it's not the accusatory way of you're a sinner, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. It's you did this wrong, but sometimes it's out of ignorance. Sometimes it's a human trait, right? If we say we have no sin, we're a liar. Which is why we can say someone is sinful or is a sinner without comparing them to a child molester, or saying that they deserve all the fiery punishments of hell that is destined for I shouldn't say destined, that may be incurred by the worst criminal, or the worst heathen, someone who commits human sacrifice after being an apostate or something like that. Although the individual should view their own sin like that, should hate it, but again, Totally different view of sin causes a totally different worldview. Totally different worldview causes a different view of sin. Peace to you.